Welcome back, everybody, to On the Edge of Shadow. My name is Rafe Blackthorn. I am your narrator here at this humble channel. Tonight, we are having another foray into the swamp world of Telûne, a tribute setting to Edgar Rice Burroughs' John Carter of Mars and the Pirates of Venus series. We have a party of four gold-skinned tribespeople of the lower land swamp tribes. You guys do not have a named village, but you are under the purview, I suppose, a fiefdom of, controlled by the Jeddak of the Kingdom of Pern. As you guys are all Omid or single-named tribesmen, you have not been able to slay another individual of another tribe, be it in single combat or otherwise, to again take on their name. You've left your village in a 6-man air skiff, following rumors leading you to a moldering ruin somewhere off in the swamp near a shallow sea coast to hopefully plunder it and hopefully cross blades with whatever is therein. The rumors regarding this tomb all point to the fact that it is haunted and or was at one time in ancient history a stronghold of a species of bestial humanoids, not unlike arachnid people. They are a four-armed, spider-faced tribe. You have not seen these. You yourselves have not crossed blades with any of these monstrosities yourselves, but you are indeed wary. Your mentalist, who's come with you, an individual by the name of Sarkun, however, is the most heavily armed, as he has brought a family heirloom, a marsh sweeping rifle built to take down large game. We hope, by all the ancestral spirits, we hope that you do not need such firepower on this outing. It has been 4 days since you've left your village, and you are on the edge of this temple, this tomb complex here. The smell of peat and rain, kind of like the stench of probably moldering ruins here, kind of assaults your senses. It is early on in the morning. You are not able to sleep well the night before, as those of us who have not grown up in or around a swamp, a nighttime swamp is indeed deafening. But there's something hanging in the air here that doesn't seem right to you. Eric, would you describe your character for us? You have the base race descriptions, but anything personal to make him your own is up to you.
Gotcha. So he is shares the golden skin of the rest of the tribe, coal black hair, long and tied up in a loose bun just to keep it out of his face. He has an intense look about him. He's constantly assessing, constantly judging behind that face of his. He's relaxed most of the time, just in terms of his physicality. The heirloom is in a back case, also an ancient item that's gilded and chased in bronze with semi-precious stones.
Beautifully done. We will then go, the camera will pan to Sarkun, which, actually not Sarkun, Dotar. You're standing on the bow of this this air skiff. You guys are about, well, actually, before I continue, who's driving this keg? No one wants to drive?
I have pilot, so I can. If no one else wants to.
Like you.
I actually have pilot and navigation.
Well, I guess Dotar is actually driving. Then never mind. You're at the back.
Yeah.
Would you describe the handsome gentleman who's driving us? You guys are hovering about 45 feet from the water surface below you. You've got a mangrove swamp beneath you.
All right. Dotar stands at roughly around 5'10", not too tall, not too short, well built. He carries himself proudly, but without being, I guess, haughty. He's got a saber on his side and a long rifle slung across his back. His hair is loose but neat. He doesn't tie it up or anything, but it's about shoulder length. Slight, not necessarily full goatee, but almost like an extended 5 o'clock shadow. Especially considering it's been a couple days since they've really had a chance to stop and do any kind of personal care. His yellow eyes are constantly scanning the horizon, just kind of keeping in mind where the stars are, just making sure that they're still on the path that they've been given.
Beautifully done. Selka, where are you?
Selka is crouched toward the bow of the boat, of the airship there. He's a hulking figure of a man with bulging muscles, crisscrossed with the lighter color of scars. Not necessarily many battles, but the training that he has put himself through has left his mark. His hair is cut fairly short, shorter than what is possibly customary for the other members of his tribe. But he doesn't like it getting in his eyes when he's flying a shot up. He's habitually polishing a smaller version of the rifle that Sarkun carries. It's more of a everyman's rifle, if you will. The thing is about 4 feet long, with a fairly ornately carved stock with brass fittings in the back end. And he's running a cloth over it, making sure there's no dirt or anything in the breech, checking the action and such, because obviously with this environment, this would be a thing he would have done. He does have a cutlass at his hip, and his eyes, which are a lighter color than they're a brownish color, but they're a light brown, scan the horizon pretty habitually, just to keep an eye out for anyone who may be sneaking up on them. He seems to be some would say a very vigilant type person. So.
Beautiful. Tehran. What do we see of Tehran?
What don't you see at Tehran? No, I'm joking.
We don't see him. He's an assassin. He's not doing his job if we see him. Let's be honest.
For every assassin you don't see, there's 3 more assassins you don't see. Come on, we know how this works.
Come on now. We know.
No.
Take it away, my man.
Is there any space behind where Dotar is? Or is he kind of like at the very back? I need to refresh my ship memory.
He's got It's not a seat. He's basically standing at what would be kind of a lever that he actually uses to actually move the rudder of the skiff through the air. So he's actually kind of got a small, it's like a 3x3 square that he stands in, and he's got some controls there. But behind him is about a 4 or 5 foot U-shaped walkway. You could be standing behind him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where was it Tehran? You said?
Yeah,
Tehran.
Tehran.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where he is standing. He's kind of like at the very back. That way he can see the rest of his group, as well as get kind of a overview in front of them. Because of course, being an assassin, his head's going to be on a swivel. This man, he stands a little bit over 6 foot, 6'1", maybe 6'2" on a good day. Very light though. I mean, this boy looks like he could put a swimmer's body to shame. He is very sleek, very toned, this is what I need to do. He has the same coloration as the rest of his tribe, that nice goldenrod colored skin, coal black hair. His hair is relatively short. If you were to really try, he could probably put into almost a samurai's top knot, but that would be pushing it. He actually is, well, except for the couple of days where they haven't been to do anything lately, he is relatively clean shaven. Beard tends to get in the way of the job. So he has just a little bit of a stubble starting there. His clothes are all very dark. He wouldn't quite call them like dark black, but it definitely has a very matte finish to it. So nothing shiny, nothing really to stand out there. Being with his job, he also forego most of markings to signify who or what he is. That way, if anything does happen, he can't really be traced back anywhere. So unless you knew his profession and you just happen to look at him, he's the type of guy that you would look at, look away, and then say, "What that guy look like?" I don't know. So, the only thing really habitual about him is he always has a coin in his hand, and he's constantly flipping it. And he has been to do this in time with the skiff. So gravity and speed actually does not affect it going up and down. He can actually catch it with all the forces at play. He currently has 2 weapons on hand. He has a cutlass and a long knife. He will have the cutlass on his left hip and his long knife on his right hip. Once again, like the rest of his stuff, it just looks like plain weaponry that if I was to drop, you would think belonged to any common man and didn't actually have any significance to him himself.
Purposefully and beautifully plain. Well done. Now, from this brief scene, some 40, 45 feet above the water surface of this steamy mangrove swamp, Dotar, you see the crumbling ruins of this, now, to your eyes, could have possibly been a fair-sized settlement. Not quite city, like what you would feel comfortable calling a city. Slightly smaller than that. A large walled town. Again, crumbling into the swamp here. You have a section of wall that you think is sturdy enough to set us down on. If you want to make a navigation test to set us down, you can either put us on the wall, you can probably put us on a firm patch of ground down below. Depends on how you guys want to infiltrate this complex.
Good. Well, Dodar will let everyone know, hey, we are approaching this place. Let's kind of come to a consensus. Would we rather approach this from the wall, or should we find somewhere set down in the marsh itself and work our way in?
I think sitting on the wall, should we have to leave in a hurry, would make it difficult. We would have to climb the wall and then get to the skiff. So I feel like it also is easily visible sitting atop the wall. So perhaps on the ground.
Selka just nods in agreement. Better to be hidden.
There's plenty of foliage down by the waterline you could cover the skiff with if you wished as well.
All right. Then I will attempt to set us down in the marsh.
Fantastic. Well done. This skiff is equipped to function as a boat as well, floating on the surface of the water. You have options here to set down in how you wish to set us down. My apologies.
Okay, so I could set us down in the water and take us the rest of the way in through the water, or I could try and actually land within the foliage.
Correct.
I reckon let's go ahead and go for the easier route of landing in the water.
Fantastic. Navigation.
All right. So for that, I roll the 2d8 and add the navigation bonus that's listed on this.
Correct. As well as your cunning modifier.
And if I roll an 8, I roll again.
Yes.
Then add cunning bonus and navigation bonus.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 20.
20. Fantastic. You can describe for us actually how rather gracefully you set us down.
So it's not unlike a feather floating down and landing on top of a calm pond. And just kind of line it up, make sure the wind is just perfect so that we just kind of glide in nice and slow, creating almost no waves.
You guys are real quiet too. Beautifully done. Once go for
as we're sitting down, Selka is going to be keeping his eyes on the water, making sure there's nothing down there that might think of us as a snack. So,
make an awareness test for me.
Awareness test, which that would be bad. That's based off of spirit, right, or cunning?
Awareness is also cunning.
Okay. It explodes. So it's going to be an 11.
In the previous playtest, I described a species of small cetacean-like aquatic mammals. As Dotar sets us down, it would seem that you possibly disturbed a pod of them, and you see their fluked tails take them deeper into the depths and muddy depths beneath you. But that is still the only thing that you see.
Okay. He'll keep his eyes focused. He's very, very focused.
You have plenty of rope to tie us off to a nearby mangrove, and you may disembark. Or I suppose you've already disembarked. Oh, debus, I think, is the British term.
We'll debark.
Debark, there you go.
Yeah, Selka will step off into the shallow water there at the edge, and if they need to, pull up the skiff a little further onto the shore to secure it, he can. He'll sling the rifle over his shoulder, and then he'll turn to keep an eye as the rest of them get out to make sure nothing's going to be coming at them. He seems almost paranoid in that regard.
That's fair. He hasn't been to this section of the swamp yet.
Just do the keys, wallet, phone check, and then follow after.
Fantastic.
Since the meat has landed, I'll get off the skiff now.
The meat. has landed. Thanks, man. Because I believe Sarkun has the highest sight modifier of the
It's
group.
very high. Yeah. +3.
Can I get a danger sense from Sarkun, please?
So that's the danger sense plus sight bonus.
Yes.
Ooh, I got an 8. That explodes. Another 8.
Ooh,
That
yes.
explodes. The 3. So that's 8, 16, 19, 23, 25.
That's what we want.
28.
Awesome. You step off of this skiff, and we hear the immediate of sandals in mud. Perhaps you'll drag a bit of your trapping through the muddy embankment there, but you take a few steps higher on the bank, and something catches in your sixth sense. You don't know the nature of it, but there is an inherent wrongness here. There's no corruption, but something within your sight gives you reason for pause.
Sarkun freezes. Gentlemen, something is amiss here. Something very bad may have happened here. Or something waits for us. I'm not sure.
Selka reaches down to his cutlass, and you hear the sound of metal sliding against leather as he draws the blade forth. Being the fact we have foliage around us, instead of going for his rifle. And at this point, he's in a somewhat combat stance, looking around, expecting anything. Well, expecting something to jump at him any moment.
And that sound of steel against leather or whatever is followed by Dotar pretty much doing the same thing, although he's a little more relaxed about it. You know, he's keeping his composure, not necessarily dropping into a full battle stance, expecting something. But he's gonna kind of look over at Sarkun and then look over their immediate surroundings.
Where's Tehran in all of this?
Run, are you coming?
Tehran actually followed right in step behind Sarkun if he was the last one off the ship.
Okay. I didn't see you there.
Tehran just smiles, that really creepy, good smile.
I'm a man doing my job.
Oh, that's what feels wrong.
Sarkun gives him a little salute.
How do you wish to proceed from here, gentlemen?
So what do we see before us?
So, you're down on this muddy bank. The skiff is behind you. There is about a 40-foot incline at, it's probably about an easy 30-degree angle. It's muddy. It's got some grass in there, but it's not going to be hard for you to traverse up there. Beyond that seems to be a kind of an amphitheater-shaped half-circle area with the far eastern wall crumbling into what looks to be a crevasse deeper in the complex. There is, from this position to the crevasse, there is no cover. If you follow, you can hug the tree line on your left if you wish to actually approach in a more stealthy fashion. You can find your way under the wide leaves of this mangrove. beyond this scene is the temple complex farther down. And think Aztec Sun Temple like architecture here.
Selka, as he's looking around, looks back at the group and looks at Sarkoon as he feels the smartest person in the group, and he says, "Do you want me to go up and look?"
Well, we need to know what we are dealing with. So, if you wish, yes.
Selka nods and turns, and he'll trot. He won't run. It'll just be sort of a fairly quick trot up the hill, trying to stay low, stay near the tree line. And when he gets to the top, he's going to lay down and crawl like the last couple of feet to see if he can see anything over that. So shall I do a perception check for that side?
Please
awareness?
do.
Okay.
How are you going to go to like the summit of this hill? Sorry,
just below the summit, and just before his head would pop over, he'll basically lay down and sort of crawl up to the last little bit, so he's not putting as much of his body up there as he needs.
Okay, so you're going to give yourself line of sight, but keep your silhouette on the. Yes. Okay. Continue, please. Sorry. Yep.
So, all right. So that's going to be a 17 total for my awareness test.
As soon as you belly crawl to the top of this hill, you see a kind of a forest of pillars. This place looks like it could have been a raised catwalk-like area. There are what looks to be looks like it could have been like a marketplace at one time. Like the stalls are made of stone, but the canopies have since molded away, and so you've got it is a target-rich environment for cover. And that's what sticks out to you the most. This could be a really terrible place to get ambushed in, and a really good place to get into a firefight.
Okay, but is there anyone visible moving around in that area that I can see, or is
you see no life here besides tropical birds?
Okay, he'll pause for about a dozen breaths or so, just to wait and see if he sees any motion. And then he'll crawl back and sort of slide down the hill, and he'll report back what he saw to the group. It's there's lots of areas with cover there. I didn't see anyone moving around, but lots of places for us to hide. Lots of places for enemies to hide too, though.
Well, should we see if anyone left any loose coins out?
I didn't see any. By the way, Selka's cunning isn't very high, just so you know. You probably all know this.
Sarkoon, can I get an academics test from you?
Sure. Let's see.
Beautiful die roll, by the way, Turan.
And then cunning?
Yes.
All right.
Academics is cunning based.
That is a 10.
You remember a few days before your trip out here, a couple of the villagers were speaking about a rival tribe of the dusky-skinned savages. They're a semi-nomadic people, and your race's basically hereditary enemy at this point. But you guys do remember the Jade Devil tribe possibly being in this area.
Are they known for any particular skills?
They're skilled marksmen. They're particularly they like camouflage and long-range marksmanship. They make very good snipers.
then perhaps we should approach within the tree line and move along the edge. Would you agree, Turan?
As Turan speaks.
You guys can't
bushes.
see Tehran.
Yeah. Where did he go?
Right.
Tehran go?
Turan?
He rolled a
Tehran
crit
made
on
a
his
stealth
stealth.
check and crit on a stealth check.
No, he's gone.
Tehran is currently stealthing his way through anything he goddamn well pleases right now.
There's
And
first.
and-
Actually, before we continue, Mike, can I get an awareness test from you? This actually might be very prudent before we continue the scene. This is going to go on as Sarkun is speaking to the rest of the party.
Okay.
we said awareness was based off of what?
Cunning. It's always been based off of cunning.
18.
18. Okay. Hold that thought. Sarkun, finish your sentence.
I was just suggesting that we move along the tree line and approach from stealth. The Jade Devils may be in the area, and they will be great prizes, but I do not wish to be one of their prizes.
Salka nods.
Cover to cover it
We
is.
should take their heads, not give them ours.
Indeed. So, not quite knowing where Turan has disappeared to,
Yeah.
I guess we'll start moving kind of along
yeah.
the edge.
Yeah, you can comfortably assume that he will follow you guys, but he's wherever the hell he's at, we don't know.
He's doing his job.
We're used to him doing this to us by now.
Yeah.
It's been about
He
a
was
week.
probably hiding on the one deck skiff, as a matter of fact, with that kind of skill.
He's the asshole who sneaks up behind you and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" When I'm trying to pee. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would never.
Oh, bullshit! You know.
I do it while you're trying to take a shit, actually.
Oh,
I can imagine Salka falling off the
Trying to
side
help
of the
move
boat.
things along.
fuck!
Still up here behind you, by the way. Like, what?
So,
All right.
so
From
Salka is going
stealth tests.
Okay. Salka is going to take the lead, just so you know. So
Will he? All right. All right.
Yeah, Sarkun will let him.
okay, with his big 7 on a stealth test.
Oh, big fat 7.
Nice.
What does stealth run off of?
Stealth is also cunning.
Oh, sorry, 4. I was going off of reflexes. So, yeah, 4.
The hell?
No.
What do you mean reflexes? I don't think you have grades in it, so you'll
got
take
backwards,
a
yeah,
minus 4 penalty to
So I'm loud.
That's called a distraction.
That's fine.
And that's why Tehran likes him so much.
But
Yeah.
Selka is one of those people who's built that his idea of stealth isn't "no one saw me." It was there was no one left alive to report that I was there. So
Hey, that's still a stealth mission.
it is.
Right. What did Dotar get for his stealth?
12.
12. Oh, all right. Hey.
Not
And
not
Selka?
terrible, but not great either.
All right. Well done.
Sarkun has a 6.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I've been paying more attention to how Tehran does it than the others.
Right?
So I'm
Meanwhile,
supposed to put
Tehran is
my
wherever
foot
he
like
is, just
this.
shaking his head. Tehran's just watching this party, just like.
This is why I'm up here and they're down there. From Tehran, I'm going to send Tehran a message in chat here.
As that's going on, I'm sure Selka's walking along. His gun barrel is clanging against his probably against his greaves. Just a little tap here and there, and he reaches over to try to stop it. Bangs his bracers into it and makes a loud clang.
Oh,
And then he curses because it's so quiet. Like, I need to be quiet. Very loudly, and said, "Okay." Turns around, takes a step, and steps on like a rotten branch that's about an inch across, and just snaps and just echoes.
I need Selka to make a defense test, please.
Oh, defense test?
Yes. You can make it a goddamn racket.
16.
Damn it! I was actually trying to ask you something about trying to prevent that from happening.
16.
As he takes the shot, you can act in the surprise round, but a 16 it was.
Yes.
Gentlemen, we hear the report of a rifle and a screaming piece of hot lead sears the air just above Selka's head. Now the surprise round here. Tehran, you may act quick-like, and then we will roll reaction.
How close is the assailant to me?
He's far range, so he is 40 feet. You cannot move up and attack him in melee this turn.
Well, that's fine. I can throw my long knife at him.
That is not weighted for being thrown.
Ah!
You can try, but it's gonna...
I need to get Tehran a brace of daggers as soon as possible.
Yeah, right.
Commerce will live again.
No,
I will continue to move stealthily.
Okay.
No, I will actually just try to move stealthily up on him, and if I can't attack this round, I'm going to try to attack him next round.
Okay. Reaction roll.
I don't need to warn the rest of them that he's there because they know he's there now.
Right.
That is true.
Which is what I was trying to do before you had Selka have to react, but I wasn't able to get it out in time.
So just remind us there, back of the game, what is the reaction roll once again?
Reaction is 2d8 plus any grades in reaction that you have. If you do not have them, it's simply 2d8.
How about danger sense?
Danger sense, I will give you a +1 bonus. Sarkun specifically, because he sensed something was amiss, he'll get a +1 bonus.
Okay. I do have a forte in danger sense, so.
Yeah, you will also get a +1.
All right. Okay.
23.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a 10.
I got a 1 and an 8, so I don't know.
And there's no stat.
That's an 8. What's that?
There's no stat bonus?
No stat bonus for you, no.
Okay. So 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Selka got a 10, all right. And then Dotar, what was Dotar's again?
8.
Also 8. Oh shit, you guys are
Yeah,
going
because I rolled a 1 and an 8, so.
Yep, that's a suppress. Yeah, you guys are going to technically go on the same initiative here. Who has the higher cunning between the two of you?
I have an 8.
That's a +2, and...
I've got a 5, so +0.
Okay, so Sarkun will go first. Dotar will go second then. Well, the sniper is going to go last. Damn it all. Come on. Come on. With a whopping 6. The rest of his guys are, god damn it, all my dice hate me tonight. It's perfectly fine for you, Lon, but so. And his shot is going to alert the rest of his fellows who are going to be reacting on a 4.
Good.
Tehran, You are the first to act. There's a relative straight line between you and him. As you are going to be moving, he's a sniper. Take a shot and move. So he's going to pick up his shit, or he wants to pick up his shit and relocate as quickly as possible. You can attempt to bum rush him, but you're not going to be able to attack him from your range.
You with me moving in the surprise round? Because I moved in the surprise round to get up closer on him.
Okay. Well, actually, no, you did, didn't you? I'm
trying to ambush him.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus there. You would have moved to close range. So yes, no, you can actually move up and attack him this round. Do you want to actually run? Or are you trying to ambush him?
No.
Stealth? What do you want to do?
Because I'm assuming that he is moving quick enough to not get caught in his current place, but not so fast that he alerts the rest of my group where he is going.
Well,
so I assume.
Let me roll a stealth check for him, quick. So as he's doing all of this, he's hiding from them. You already see him, so he's
Essentially, what I want to do is I want to try to move up on him. I want to try to move up on him quick enough while he is picking up all of his crap to essentially come up and
knife him,
cut his throat. Yeah.
Yeah, with that, he's not paying attention to you. He's trying to gather up his shit. Move up and attack.
Uh, 22 on the stealth check of my own to get up on him.
Oh, he's not paying attention. Go for it.
Yep. All right. So I get a +4 due to it being an ambush on the attack, correct?
Right. If you, if you're attacking him unawares, you're going to get a +4 bonus to ambush damage. If you dispatch him, your ambush damage stacks with that.
Yeah.
So minimum is going to be 4 bonus damage.
$23 to hit.
3? Oh, Jesus. Oh, all right. He got an 11, so you're going to dispatch on him. God.
3 times?
3 times, so yeah. Or, so yeah,
that's +4 to +7.
That's a bonus 7 damage. Send it. You might destroy him outright here. I'll tell you right now.
You really want to know this number?
Just give me the goddamn damage. Come on now.
20.
So, that's fine. He had 14 vitality. You can describe for us how you demolish this guy.
Okay, does he have long hair or short hair?
Shoulder length. He's wearing a ghillie suit. He's trying to put all of his shit into a rucksack as you come upon him.
Yeah. So essentially, of course, no one else can see this, but we're going to do it anyway. Essentially, Tehran is going to sneak up on this guy as he is shoving everything into his rucksack, and in true assassin type of formation, he's literally going to grab a handful of hair and scalp. At the same time, he's going to bring his long knife around, pull his head back, and slice him right along the throat before he can yell out.
Those of us who are down in the courtyard by now, you can make awareness tests quick.
And he will keep a hold of the head, of course, so it doesn't make a noise when the body tries to slump down. So.
Oh, you're actually holding him up?
Yeah. So he will hold him up as he slit his throat, and then he will gently lay him down.
Okay.
Because you don't need to hear body thump noises because I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, no, if you broke a 12 in the combat scene, yeah, you guys do in fact see Tehran cut this poor bastard's throat. Poor devil. But you hear the trample of sandaled feet down a stone corridor to your guys' left. From Tehran's perspective, as he's above us and to the right, make the translation, they are down and to your right. Selka is the next to act as these dusky-skinned tribesmen from your of your heretical enemy are decked out in harnesses jeweled with jade, lapis lazulis, and kunzite stones, and they're all wearing headdresses of kingfisher and heron birds.
And are they armed with hand weapons, or are they armed with firearms?
Most of them, we're going to throw 6 for now. There are 6 swordsmen. They all have revolvers, but none of these revolvers are actually drawn.
Oh, okay. In that case, Sulka is going to basically yell a war cry and charge toward the nearest one.
Fantastic. In true Barsoomian fighting man fashion. Do it. He's going to attempt a defense test, and he's going to fucking botch it.
So
he rolled a crit
hand
fail,
weapon-
Keith.
okay.
No, he's.
Well, I'm hitting him. So
You scared him. Yeah.
So there's going to be a 15 on my attack. So
Yeah, roll damage, man.
all right. Since he did botch that, do I get a dispatch on him?
Yes. Crit fail on defense is dispatch 3.
All right.
Minimum of dispatch 3. So you can, if you do the difference of +2, then yeah.
14 on the damage.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay.
You may describe for us how you slay this one.
So I charge forward. He obviously loses his manliness as he sees my great presence upon him. Eyes wide. He goes to raise his blade too late to fend off my attack, which comes down, hits him at the base of the neck, and plunges deep into his chest. And I draw the cut out the front, spraying his blood upon the ground as he falls backwards. And I yell at the other. I yell basically a unintelligible scream at the other adversaries.
Fantastic. Sarkun, you are the next to act.
So I'm assuming that Dotar is in between me and the our opponents,
Yes.
because I'm kind of hanging back just a little bit. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm not picking the next one in the front because that one's Dotar's. It would be dishonorable to take that from him. So the next one behind him, Sarkun raises a hand to his head. He focuses on the next one, and I'm going to do the prismatic light.
Fantastic. The first spell cast of the setting. Yes.
All right.
That's against his meditation, which he has none.
Oh.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. Well, actually, no, wait. My apologies. Meditation cannot be used untrained. He takes a 0. Fuck him.
Okay, so he's permanently blinded then. Is that correct?
Yes. You may
Okay.
describe for us how you project this searing light into him, onto him, it is thematic to the caster.
So he has these rings on one hand that are have large stones on them, but they're on the palm side, and so you don't really notice them until he holds his hand out. Thus, the light from the sky twists, and he moves his hands in just such a way, and the prisms of it refract the light, directing it towards his face, and it is just a blinding blur of different colors.
Retinas seared like tuna steaks. He screams in terror and surprise, and he actually drops his saber and stumbles back holding his face. He effectively taking him out of the...
My hope is that he may trip up some of the ones behind him.
Oh, shit, you know what? He's going to. To hell with these guys. Yeah, he's going to stumble back, and he's going to take 2 of the 6 total. There are 4 left, so only 2 combatants are actually still on their feet. Hey, Dotar, you want some blood?
Well, yes. So,
Hail to the Jeddak of Pern.
so right at the tail end of this prismatic display that is happening, Dotar is going to step out from behind one of the trees, just kind of almost like that glow is coming all around him as he charges forward, gives like a swordsman salute to the guy that's closest, and he's going to go for an attack.
Beautifully done. He's going to, in the split second he's going to return that salute and square off with you. Roll your attack, my man.
So, long blades.
Long blades, it'll be 2d8 plus your physique modifier, plus your grades in long blades.
All right. So, oh my gosh. All right, so I
Get
rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
It's not a fail, okay? It's not a fail.
So, and then I have +6 total for long blades.
Oh, that gives us 9 total, I think. Quick math.
9.
9, okay. Which is actually not a bad roll for first level. He's actually what he's going to do, he's going to come back with a defensive 16 as you can describe for us. You probably lunge forward almost like in a fencing stance, and he's going to defend himself in such a way. You may describe that however you wish.
Right. So I did not expect these heathens to know the honorable ways of sword fighting, and so I was taken by surprise when he managed to give me a proper parry.
Right. Well done. Now, it is the Jade Devil tribe's turn to retaliate. Now, we're going to go back through the order of Dotar's combatant, and then we're going to go to the next one, who is going to attempt to disembowel Selka, which, coming into Dotar, we've got an attack of a big fat 11. Make a defense forming test.
Get it.
Get him.
I hate this dice. I got a 1 and a 2 again.
Oh, yeah, you need to... shit.
I
Ah!
can't wait for those new dice.
I was just going to say, damn it.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Roll the same one twice or something. I don't know.
It is the same one.
You know what, Paul?
Holy
Just get
crap.
yourself a goddamn dice roller. I'm not having this tonight.
Don't need new guy dying on first day. That's not.
Yeah, no,
that's no
can we
bueno.
not?
Maybe I should have blinded his opponent. I thought he was a better swordsman.
Oh shit!
Try doing the honorable thing. getting your buddy killed because, oh my God, you gotta be honorable. You see what you did?
He's gonna dispatch on you twice. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, I know
okay,
who I'm
you can
sniping next
stop.
round.
He can make his damage suppress roll at least, and maybe he'll get lucky.
Yes. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just going to calculate this damage quickly so we don't completely screw him over. That's you've got 17 vitality damage coming in. What I need from you is an armor test. Now, Keith, would you help Paul? How do armor tests work?
So the way an armor test works is it's 1d8 plus your damage suppress.
Okay.
So you roll.
Dotar he is wearing an
damage
ornate
suppressive 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So
ornate
1d8 plus 2.
Can the armor thing explode?
Yes, it can.
So hold that die up to the camera real quick. Hold it right up here, just like this to the camera. Don't screw up. That was your die. So.
Oh, it's exploding.
Yes!
There you go.
8 and 5. That's 13. 15 damage suppress.
Okay.
Right.
So, so the difference there is 15 and 17, you only take 2.
So good armor.
Now, what we need from you in this combat scene, because this is technically single combat, you've called his shit out. And he's effectively called your shit out. You need to describe this interaction between the two of you. You may be as graphic as you wish.
All right. So, as Tehran stated, he's getting Princess Bride vibes. So, we'll go with something similar to that, where we're just kind of exchanging these parries and blows, and he manages to get the better of me just enough that he skims across my breastplate and manages to scratch my shoulder real well.
Nice.
Upon that happening, I kind of step back, regain my footing, and prepare for my next series.
This closing that brief scene out, you're now matched with a rather terrific and beautiful fighter here. Now, Selka, I have an attack coming at you.
Round 2, footwork.
Right.
Yeah.
For
time to try Agrippa.
right. A big fat whopping 7 is coming to an attack at Selka.
Defense is 13.
Yeah, no, he's done. Shit.
I will basically sidestep his slash and give him a stern look.
Back to the top. Hey, Tehran, you want to help us?
Yeah. Oh, I suppose. All right. So I'm assuming no one is watching the assassin in any way, shape, or form right now.
They can't. They're no.
Okay. So essentially what would have happened is Tehran would have dispatched the sniper, would have left the body, left the harness. The only thing he would have picked up is he would have picked up the long rifle and the ammo and speed loader.
He has a belt of 9 rounds, I think, for the rifle.
Okay, is that including the one he already took a shot at, or is that what he has left?
That is what he's had left. You have to reload.
Okay, that's fine. I know how to reload. So, the spot that he took the shot at that he was packing up at, is that a good enough vantage point to fire on the Jade Devils, or do I have to move?
No, it's a beautiful vantage point from where you're at and where they're coming in. It's going to take a full round for you to reload that rifle, however. Will that be your turn?
So, yeah, I will...
you have the rifle?
What was that?
What was that, Eric?
I was asking if Tehran had his own rifle.
Tehran does not
Tehran
have his
actually
own.
he actually had no ranged weaponry at all. This is
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
he does have ranks in long rifle, which is why he's dealing with it and not grabbing the revolver and getting down to the thick of it.
Gotcha.
So yes, I will spend my round resetting up the long rifle, reloading it, and aiming to take a pot shot.
Okay, perfect. That will be his round. Back to Selka.
All right, the fellow that attempted to attack me, that I give a stern look to.
Yep.
I'm going to follow that up with an attack on him.
Excellent.
19.
19 on the attack. See, this is why I need new dice, gentlemen. He
you
also
don't.
just crit
You're
failed.
fine.
Yeah, no.
You're fine.
And I need new dice. No, he crit
You're fine.
failed. Hey, Silka, just kill him.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, honestly, if an opponent crit fails, it should just be insta-death. Just stab him right through the heart. Just be done with
It'll
it.
be 12 with the dispatch.
He has 12 vitality.
Okay. So this guy, as he slashed forward and got himself out of position, I gave him a stern look. I basically drop the tip of my blade low, and I come up under that arm that he has extended out with the attack and plunge it into his chest, and then flick the blade out, making a very precise little slice in his side and dispatching him rather quickly.
There we go.
And then I smile at his fellows.
Of which there is one left. Sarkoon. We come back to the mysterious Sarkoon.
Okay, so Dotar is in a fencing match with one of them.
Correct.
Selka has killed two of them.
There is
One of them is
left.
blind.
Yep.
Okay. So, well, I can't get a name unless I advance and dispatch one of these other fellows. So one of the two guys that's tripped up, trying to get up off of the ground, that's a good target.
Get him.
So I'm going to pull my cutlass as I approach, ready for a sweeping lob of a head.
Well done.
Let's see. That is...
Oh, for God's sake, the suppress. He rolled an
Looks like
8
me.
on his defense.
Okay,
You were
so
rolling the same.
I roll a 15.
8, 15. You dispatch on him twice then. Roll damage.
Okay.
Oh,
I got an exploding die.
of course you do.
15, 17, 19.
God damn it all. Really, dude? Come on. He's dead. You can, in fact, behead him if you wish.
Yeah, so as he's approaching out, he doesn't even draw until he's within sword reach of him, and in one blow, kind of an Iai Jutsu, just sweeps up and out of his scabbard, and the head goes flying.
Thud away in a red fountain there. Now, back to Dotar in your single combat.
All right, so as we're exchanging, pokes and prods and parries, I'm going to call out to him, "What is your name, warrior?" so that I will know who you are or who I am besting.
He calls back. He will not be besting Shoro this day. I will send that in chat here.
All right. I'll tell him, well, now you are facing against Dotar, so don't be so confident. You may have gotten a scratch on me, but that does not mean you've won.
He laughs.
And then let's do some more attacking and see if I don't, mess up again.
Get him.
Let's see, 13.
13. Oh, come on. That was another suppress here. Come on. You, goddamn, you beat him by 1 point. Roll damage.
All right, so damage. How is that calculated here?
It's a D8 plus your physique modifier. Die explodes on an 8.
Okay. It's going to explode.
Of course it is.
14, 16.
God damn it. All right, cool. You destroy this guy too. He's not gonna be able to suppress any of that. You may describe how you slay Shoro.
All right, so taking his overconfidence into account, he actually lunges when he should have taken a step back, and I managed to parry his blade out of the way and follow up, shoving my saber straight through his stomach. He kind of looks at me in surprise as I withdraw the blade and kind of kick him over.
There we go. He crumples into a heap on the mossy stone. And that is the end of combat here.
Well done, Dotar, something yells from across the battlefield.
He also... Oh, go for it. Sorry, Eric.
Tarkun levels his blade at the blind man. Blind man, we would have the names of your allies.
Actually... He's got his hand over his face, and he goes, "Who speaks?"
I am Sarkun.
Are you the devil that blinded me?
I am, and I am the one that will make the death quick and clean if you speak the names.
We are simply a hunting party. There's no one important amongst us, no Jeds for you to kill. But my name is Taran. The other two are of no importance.
Then Taran, I send you to your reward. Make that attack.
He is technically helpless. You don't have to roll for it. You can dispatch him however you wish.
Coup de
Quick and
grace.
clean, right across the throat.
He gurgles and crumples to the mossy stone. The combat scene ends here. Beautifully done, gentlemen.
Sulka's going to collect the harnesses and weapons of the two he dispatched.
Okay. They are, like I said before, rather ornate. These jade devils are very decorative in their metal and their headdresses. Jade Lazuli.
He'll keep one of the revolvers and put it in his tuck it into his belt there. And the others, how far are we from our skiff? Can we run down and like dump stuff on the skiff real quick?
Oh yeah, it's like a couple hundred yards away. Yeah, no, you're not far.
So yeah, we'll gather this stuff up, and that's what he's going to do is take his stuff back and put it on the skiff, and then truck back up to where they're at.
Okay. In regards to Dotar specifically, your combatant, Shoro, was wearing an ornate medal. He wasn't a Jed or a chief of any kind, but he was certainly a well-decorated warrior. Like before, jade, lapis lazuli, and kunzite stones encrust his medal, his breastplate there. You may take that as a trophy. He has a broad-bladed sword that kind of looks like a kiligi, if you're familiar with that implement. That is also set with lapis lazuli and kunzite stones. If you guys are not familiar with kunzite, it's a lavender precious stone.
Did you say it was a kiligi?
Okay, Kilij. I believe it is a late period Arabic saber.
Okay.
Excellent. Very good work, gentlemen. Very nice. Tehran? Tehran?
Tehran will come down off the wall with the rucksack, with the long rifle, as well as the body of the man he killed in tow, to put into the pile. After already taking harness, bracers, any other weapons off of him.
Okay.
Tehran will just look at you and just give a head nod. He doesn't speak very often.
Fine work. Fine work.
Always running off doing things on your own.
Yeah.
He's just gonna pull the long rifle out of the bag and just give you a look.
Any usable items on the rest of the kills?
They have on their person maybe a reload or a reload and a half for their firearms. Each of the dead here had a revolver. Only one, actually, the one that you had blinded, actually has a long rifle of the same strange pattern of their tribe. Also ornately set in their matching garb. Was a day or 2 days worth of provisions on them, and Shoro had a pair of ornate greaves on his person. But aside from that, not much in the way of loot. It seems that Taran was indeed telling the truth. They were simply a hunting party.
Well, they hunted the wrong prey today.
I certainly did not expect this one to know the finer points of swordsmanship.
Yeah, so take our prizes and take them back to the skiff. I think I'll keep one of the revolvers on me.
Okay. These guys seem to outfit their revolvers with 9-round cylinders. They're kind of huge in hand.
Gotcha.
Talking like Hellboy huge.
It's well, I'll say not that big. But it's a chunky piece of hardware. Quite. If you're familiar with a Webley pistol, it's heavy. You can beat someone to death with it.
Club/pistol, right?
Yep.
And for melee weapons, they all just had long knives or cutlasses, right?
Yep. Mostly cutlasses. It was Shoro who was the only one who actually used a different implement.
I'll actually keep his on the opposite hip from mine.
Beautiful. Yeah, that his specific weapon, it looks like it's tough shit, dude. It's as a young gold tribesman, you're pretty sure that's gonna get you laid when you get back home, and then some. It's tough shit. Once you have
I'll name it the Peacock.
well done.
How many rounds for the long rifle, Torrens long rifle?
He has a gun belt of 6. He has 7 total. The rifle itself is in fact loaded.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the rest of my stuff stowed. I'm gonna carry that one.
Are you taking
the only thing that's
sweeper
wrong
with you?
Oh yeah, I'm keeping my sweeper.
Okay.
That's on the back. But the long rifle, I mean, he has to this point not kept anything in his hands.
Okay.
But he'll carry the long rifle.
Okay. Perfect. What was going on, Mike?
I was saying, besides the armor of his kill, the only thing he's going to take from it When they go inside, it's going to
Sword.
be the long rifle and the speed loader. So
Okay. That's an extra 9-round cylinder there. Once you've stowed the loot, do you return and go deeper into the complex? What do you got? How do you guys wish to proceed?
We should proceed with even more caution now that we know that they were just a hunting party.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, Selka is actually going to. We're in a fairly open area, right? At this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to sheath his blade and unshoulder his rifle and move up to a more defended position and see if he can see beyond that and if there's any movement out beyond any of that.
You're gonna have to climb up to the that wall catwalk that was on your right hand side where Tehran was previously, and actually look down the hallway of that inner temple to actually see beyond. It's kind of, you guys are kind of in that low courtyard. You're gonna have to get some vantage and actually see beyond.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. So I'll move up there to sort of see if the coast is clear for the rest of his companions. He doesn't want the smart one to, especially now that he knows he has the magic, to get harmed.
From that vantage point, there looks like there is a courtyard beyond this particular structure. The immediate structure beyond the courtyard here. There looks like another one beyond it. There is a thin wisp of smoke. It looks like a campfire beyond that, but you can't actually see down into it. You're muted, Keith.
Yeah, I noticed that. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll if I don't see anyone in the immediate, like right there in my line of sight, I'll wave them up.
Okay.
So,
We'll move up.
Yep.
Okay. As a party, I'm assuming you actually moved down that hallway together?
yeah, Selk will be taking point. He's the biggest, and at that point, since it's more of an enclosed area, he's going to once again shoulder the rifle, draw his blade again.
Okay. You can walk down that hallway. You go through kind of a darkened area. Light at the end of the hallway. You step out into the new sunlight there, and see a square courtyard again. There is from where you're standing, there is a stairway that goes down there. Goes straight down to the courtyard below. To your right hand side, there's a catwalk that completes the square. And at each, I suppose, wall, there is a stairway that goes down into the courtyard. So we've got kind of a square funnel shape.
Okay.
Down in this courtyard, there is there are 9 bedrolls and maybe a few crates of what look to be like day supplies or everyday supplies of this, that, and the other. And they have what looks to be a stolen, like an air scout. It's a single or 2-man flyer, which more or less looks like a motorcycle in this case.
Okay.
However, the rear buoyancy tank of this scout flyer is punctured in a way. That thing needs to be replaced before that thing can get airborne again. There is no signs of life beyond the embers still leaving smoke.
But there are 9 bedrolls.
Right.
And how many did we dispatch?
7.
Yeah, there are 2 bodies unaccounted for.
Are all the bedrolls in the same condition in the sense that they look like they've all been slept in at the same amount of time.
Yes, except for one. One doesn't seem like it has been used. Perhaps someone was out on patrol and has not come back yet.
Do I think the skiff can be repaired, or the cycle can be repaired?
It can be. But you lack the tools to patch the buoyancy tank.
Gotcha. Are there tools on our skiff?
There is. Your skiff has 2 tanks, but they're 2 tanks specifically for that size of craft. You would need something smaller to actually reinstall into that.
Okay. It could be repaired, but we don't have what we need to do it. I'm most concerned about those other 2.
Yeah.
21 on the stealth check.
I'm going to do an awareness test. Ooh, there's an explosion there. It's going to be a 14. He's going to be. I'm going to be around the edge of the, like where the courtyards are.
Okay.
Looking for any passageways out. See if there's a place for someone to be hiding. Looking for sniper nests. Whatever you want to call it. Like an Overwatch.
There is a section of wall on the tier above you, and from the party's perspective, above you guys to the left. There's a stairway that actually goes up there. You can go up there to investigate, but that may or may not look suspicious.
Okay.
To you.
He's definitely going to walk up there to see if there's anything up there or anyone up there.
There is signs that someone has been there recently. Spent cartridges, a spare bedroll, and a what looks to be a makeshift ghillie suit out of like a tarp and foliage.
Okay.
But there's no one in there.
Yeah, I'll yell down another bedroll up here. I don't know if it's spare or not. So
you assume spare, but yeah.
Yeah. So he could be looking for, instead of 2, looking for 3. He'll hold up the ghillie suit, and he'll say, "Turan, this looks like something you would wear."
Well, actually, that's the question I actually just posted to our JEDEC. The ghillie suit that the other sniper had.
It'll
do
fit
those
you.
give any? I know, but what do they give for bonuses?
It's a +2 in tropical areas.
It's a +2 to stealth, I'm assuming.
Yeah. In this climate, yes. Sorry.
Okay. So, how quick is it to take that off the kill and put it on myself? Or am I better off just grabbing this one that's already on the floor?
I'm assuming you already had the ghillie suit from the guy before. You had plenty of time to put that thing on.
Okay. That's what I was asking about.
Okay. Yep. You're good.
So, yeah, you'll hear Turan just say, "Already got one," as it kind of echoes off the walls.
I swear that bush sounded just like Turan.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. Okay. He'll toss it down. He doesn't need one of those things. He's gonna look and see if there's anything up, like look in the bedroll and stuff like that. See if there's anything hidden in there.
Nah,
Okay, so
nothing.
put somebody get their money there or something. Okay. He'll toss it off to the side. Is there a way out from up here?
You can go back down the way you came.
Okay, he'll head back down.
As you turn around and go down, make me awareness test quick, since you have the highest vantage point here.
That's a 19.
Wow.
Beautiful. You you'll see beyond this courtyard, beyond this temple complex here, the coast of the shallow sea, and probably about a few hundred yards off the shore, gracefully floating on the midday sun rays, is a light cruiser, followed by 3 smaller air skiffs, not unlike yours, but in a different fashion to yours.
He'll look down and say, Sarkoon, you might want to come up here and look at this. There's ships. No point.
All right. I will do so. Can I identify whose ships they are?
Make me an academics test. I'll say that you are a distant relative of the Jeddak of Pern. That is why you are gifted with your esoteric knowledge of the universe. So you might be able to identify.
So that's a
people.
15.
Fantastic. They're not enemies. They are people of the Na Thul Va tribe. They are a species of people that live in or around the shallow seas of Telûne, and they're a semi-amphibious people. It seems, however, this light cruiser, picture in your mind, I suppose, Jabba the Hutt.
His sail barge.
His sail barge, but not less boat and more, as funny as it sounds, floating, sailing apartment complex.
Gotcha.
Like it's got the canopies there to keep the sun off, but the way the architecture and the design of this vessel, it's
more of a yacht.
It's like a yacht
More-
that could could be like a floating
Yacht or
village.
cruise ship?
Yeah, it's
More cruise ship?
yeah, light cruiser class. They looks like the light cruisers, or excuse me, the air skiffs that they have like escorting them are fishing,
Huh.
and they've kind of taken the floating village with them.
I see.
Like I said before,
Yeah,
they're
no
not
threat.
enemies, but
Yeah,
they
no
are.
threat. But how far away are they?
From you guys, in the complex, probably about a half mile, but
Okay.
they're several hundred yards from the coast. Like just where it gets deep underwater is right about, like they're hugging the shallows.
But they could have heard the shots.
Oh, they absolutely could have.
Interesting. Well, we need to keep our eyes out and make sure we don't kill friends.
Yeah, Salty, you see him look really sort of intently at them and says, nods and say, I won't kill them. Okay.
Well, unless they try to kill us.
Right.
Then I will kill them all. And he sort of pats Sarkoon on the shoulder with a very big beefy hand, says, especially if they try to kill you.
Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Let us see if we can track down these remaining Jade Devils.
Yep, we have a potential of at least 3 that are unaccounted for.
So I guess we go back down, and I guess we need to move on to the next area.
Sounds
What
sane.
do they have in the crates?
Day supplies, repair kits, a couple more tarps to keep the rain off, food. There is a
Chocolate will eat some.
there looks to be a primitive like welding torch, like a portable blow torch, but also a MIG welder at the same time.
Well, I have repair and mechanics. Could I possibly patch that hole?
Probably could. It'll take some doing and some time, but you could.
Yeah. Well, I think we have live bodies about that we need to deal with, but this is no small prize, and it's not going anywhere until it's repaired. Shall we make the effort to fix it later?
Felton looks at it, nods. So reaches out and he sort of hits the deck of the thing. Says, "This looks like a great prize. Yes, we should fix it.
We can return in style.
We may also be able to trade with the Nathulva.
You do hear the distant humming of a skiff engine. They look like they sound like they're passing closer to you, possibly investigating that firefight from before.
Kind of head for cover.
If you'd like to make stealth tests, it's up to you guys. However, you
Yeah,
guys
I
want
guess
to achieve.
we don't need to be standing out in the open then.
Yeah.
Selka looks around and he's like, "What are you doing? You said they were friends."
Well,
He seems to be a little confused by the idea of hiding from them.
Because this one we just hear, right?
Yeah, you don't see anybody yet. You just hear the hum of an engine.
I assume they're friends, Selka, but they may not be. So this may not be seen just now.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Turan?
will move to an area where it
Turan,
is covered.
yeah.
Turan's up in the sniper's nest. Oh, yeah, well, there he is.
Nothing.
Yeah. I got a 14 for a stealth check this time.
Okay, fantastic.
I got a 4 with a 1 and a 3.
Right?
Hey!
So much for that training before. I watched Tehran. I know what I'm doing.
I blame it on the shiny new sword.
Right? It's clanking too hard. Now,
20.
Oh, wow.
I had an 8 explode on me. I had rolled an 8 and a 7, and then rolled another 5.
I'm hiding.
Hey, get it.
What? Yeah, was that?
The troll assassin lives again, apparently.
Hey, yeah, right. I'm hiding. Dave, if you're watching this, we miss you.
Just
The old
still
troll
a
used to be
trope.
able to stealth like a motherfucker.
Selka just freezes in place and disappears. So
Right. So a Nathulva air skiff slowly kind of pulls out above the courtyard here and actually sets down gently on one of the catwalks nearby, and it takes up the fucking catwalk. It's wide. And a couple of these very fair-skinned, very, very dark-haired, it's almost black, it's so black it's blue, haired individuals kind of like pile out over the side and kind of like rappel down into the courtyard proper. And these guys are all armed with a species of rifle that even stranger still to what your people come up with. Think of a long. Well, think of a long rifle, but underneath the primary barrel, it's a harpoon launcher. A harpoon launcher that can staple somebody to the floor or to a wall is a menacing implement of war, mostly for fishing, but you can fish for people too. 6 guys pile out of this. They leave the 7th in the skiff. They see you. A couple of them actually smile, and they give Sarkun and Dotar the respectful salute that would be exchanged between, I almost said rivals, between allies.
Okay, so Sarkun will step out and return the greeting.
Yeah, return the salute as well.
The more ornately dressed one is actually a woman. She is she would be considered a Jed, a chiefess, if you will. She walks up to Sarkun and she places her left hand on Sarkun's left shoulder in salute. She says, Kaor, I did not expect to see your kind in this portion of the jungle. What brings you here? We are fishing. We're looking for a more peaceful place to harbor. These jade devils have been giving us some issue.
Kaor, they gave us some issue too. We had come to investigate these ruins that we had heard story of, and as we approached, we were attacked in a most dishonorable way by the Jade Devils, which we dispatched quickly, though there may be 3 of them still skulking about.
Her eyes kind of narrow to slits. Poor devils. With us here and your number around, they shouldn't last very long.
They were fools to come here with us in the area, and with you as well. Sofa says from his place where he's frozen.
Nice. Are you of the Jeddak of Pern's men?
We
Her
are.
eyes kind of light up, like you kind of. Actually, no. Sarkun, make me an academic check. Make me an academic.
Right.
Dotar, because you're also here. Make me an awareness test too.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
17.
Oh, beautiful. Dotar, the way that she asked that question is very hopeful. Her eyes lit up, like she may or may not have a thing for your Jeddak. She's very hopefully, expectantly, you are his men. So
We are.
She smiles at that, and she goes, "Well, if you would, gentlemen, be so kind and lovely as to give your Jeddak the love of Na-Ilah, Jed of this tribe. We are kingfishers. He will know who we are. And we wish to settle on the south side of this shallow sea. This will take us close to the edge of your realm. I hope that we do not impose on his hospitality." She gives you a very deep, very curt bow. Her trappings kind of like kick up a little, like they kind of show off a little bit more of her curves than she's probably. Well, no, she knows what she's got. Come on now, she's flirting, absolutely.
I will certainly pass along the message and the means by which it was conveyed.
She smiles at the thank you, gentlemen. Should you need us, we will be moving in that direction.
Very well.
You
Very
may count a
well.
portion of my warriors as portion of your fighting men in this venture.
Thanks to you, and good hunting.
She'll bow. She'll return the salute to Dotar, and she'll round up her boys, and they will get the fuck out.
Cool.
You are left with a pleasing sight leaving you. Hate to see her leave. Love to watch her.
I need 5 minutes, guys.
And Tarun has that on sniper scope.
Okay.
Right? Okay,
Keep
Eric.
going. I need 5 minutes.
Okay.
So as she walks away, Silk will walk over to Dotar and say, "We should have tried to trade with them for one of those rifles."
Dotar can barely pull his eyes off of her backside. What?
Yeah, she has a breathtaking hindquarters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Silka, oddly enough, isn't staring at her. He's staring at the weapons.
What is wrong with him? No, she in particular had an allure of 6 grades. He's very
Okay.
pretty.
Okay. Yeah, Silka's always been one of those. I'm assuming you guys have known him for quite some time. When it comes to the opposite sex, he's one of those guys that's just somewhat oblivious. You know, he recognizes they're there, but there's always something distracting him from, so that's why he's still basically single, has no wife, no children as of yet. So
Of anybody who probably has the most experience with ladies in this particular group is probably Dotar. The way he carries himself with the panache and swagger of a swashbuckler.
Yeah,
notice
of
them,
course
but
he does.
doesn't make it too obvious.
Oh yeah. You can continue deeper into this complex if you wish, or try and move on to a different section of the tomb.
Okay. Well, I will.
Whereas there's a tomb beneath the complex, though. That's what you're looking for specifically.
Okay. I guess for a moment though, Selka will make sure there's food there, so he's gonna go ahead and eat. Because we probably, always eat when you can, not overeat or anything like that, and then just gather up any additional ammunition that may fit his rifle that they may have. Just do a few things, and then basically waiting for Sarkman to come back. Don't want to put him to combat when he's not here, or come back. Roll initiative. So
what he's doing is he is refocusing his mind.
Okay.
As mentalists do.
Okay.
I'll actually join
Tehran is the
Soka in eating and kind of keeping an eye out at the same time while we basically take a breather.
Yeah.
Okay.
So read it real quick. Although Soka will, you said there's like a passageway going down.
It's somewhat hidden and somewhat collapsed in, but yes, there is one there.
He'll poke around at the entrance to see if there's if he needs to move anything out of the way. Like stones or anything like that need to be moved or let us get through better. So,
what was that, Tehran?
I was just going to say, Tehran is the opportunistic one that if they wanted to sit and eat or Sarkun wanted to fix the skiff, he would be for his friends being bait as he had his sniper nest set up. So if they want to sit there for the next whenever, he's completely fine with that because he is trained in sitting somewhere stock still for 10 hours a day if he needs to.
Okay, we've got Overwatch. That's fine. You may proceed
He's not
to the tomb if you
He's
wish.
not saying that because they already know how he works. I'm just conveying it to the party itself.
Okay.
Very well.
He's our eyes in the sky.
Yeah.
Good. Damn it. We need that.
All right. So what do we have?
I was describing the complex to you. You guys are actually looking for a tomb beneath the complex. That was the rumor that
Okay.
was given to you by your tribe. You guys have discovered the tomb entrance. It's somewhat overgrown and collapsed in, but Selka has been taking a few moments to try and clear the way of some of the smaller rocks for all four of you to sneak in.
Okay.
Okay.
We still have daylight. I think it's worth exploring at least a little now. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I've just been looking here to see if we needed to clear out any of this debris before we did.
There are 2 radium torches in their personal supplies, and you have 3 back at your skiff.
Okay.
I was just about to ask about that too, if we had torches.
Oh yeah, I would not leave you guys hanging in a one shot without proper supplies, unless that was the point. How do you wish to proceed?
Well, since the 3 of them are combatants primarily, I'll carry one of the torches.
Okay.
Yeah, I can carry one as well.
If with just one torch, would that be enough light for us to see by, or do we really need 2?
It should be.
Okay. So I would. I mean, he'll look at the other torch and he'll say, "We should say it for later, shouldn't we?"
Yeah,
How long
it
do they
doesn't
last?
necessarily have to be lit.
Accidents happen. You may or may
Yes.
not. You may wish to take it with you, but not obviously turn it on.
So how long do they usually last?
These will probably last for a good 3 days on the radium cells that you guys have. They'll burn for
Okay.
72 hours.
Okay.
All right. Good.
So, all right. So, okay. I'll lead the way then. Go into the dark with my cutlass drawn.
Selka
Okay.
the point man.
Yeah, squeeze down into this hole.
Point man.
So,
Awesome. Now, down into this musty tomb, you guys begin to smell what is that fetid and rotting vegetation smell down here. There's mushrooms and there's slick on the walls and on the floors. You are careful not to fall the fuck down the stairs to your deaths, because you will.
right.
Eat a step on the way down, knock all your teeth out. No, let's
Right.
not. Down into
Smells
the
like
darkness.
mom's cooking down here.
Beautiful.
Right back.
There is a
Okay.
left-hand turn. You take that. You have to squeeze through another collapsed wall here, but it opens up into what less so a worked stone hallway and more a cave gallery that opens up. There are Telûnian, somewhat, like some reptile-like bat inhabitants. Is more like a scaled flying rat that roosts in these places. They don't bother you, but they make a hell of a racket and then flock off when you disturb them.
Right.
Continuing down, your radium torch illuminates an area that looks as if it was once a kind of a gathering place, a kind of a living room type aperture here. There are benches and a kind of a stone pit in the center where a fire could possibly have once been lit, but is filled with brackish and evil-looking water at this point. Dotar, as you are closest to one of the walls, you brush against a leafy plant, and I'm assuming. Wait, no, you were the one who actually had the lamp, correct?
I think
Oh no,
Sarkoon's carrying
Sarkoon
it.
has the lamp.
Sarkoon has one.
I
Who's
just have the
carrying
spare on my person.
Okay, you have the spare on your person. Excellent. But no, you brush up against some plant, and your skin begins to tingle.
Oh, great. Poison ivy.
Far worse, actually. When Sarkoon brings the lamp over, there are black lotus flowers, indeed, growing from vines, festooned on this stone wall here. I need from you a conditioning test, please. Please do not fail.
All right. So conditioning is
2d8 conditioning and physique.
And anything we have in conditioning?
15.
Great. You have grades in conditioning, I believe. Dotar accidentally when you stepped away, he brushed up against a black lotus vine, and that's your involvement in this portion is he muttered something and you brought the torch over, and that's where you see on the wall is vines and flowers, and you guys are going to quickly move away if Dotar doesn't die here.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay, fantastic. You have this sweet but rotten fragrance in your nostrils, and you get lightheaded, but you're able to push it away and quickly step back from the wall.
Yeah.
As Sarkoon sees this, you probably instinctively grab anybody by their harness and pull them away from the black lotus that's growing in the wall. That will indeed kill you. Tehran, however, you, as an assassin, you know that black lotus pollen can be used as a rather potent poison. I do not believe you have grades in apothecary. You probably don't want to mess with that.
Would he have dealt with poisons in his assassin career, or just slicing throats?
Your first level, you've done little to nothing of
no killing.
Really. Yeah, no.
Okay.
But you know of
he
it.
He knows what it is, but he can't fuck with it.
It would behoove you not to at this point.
You know that others in your profession do make use of it.
Oh yeah, well, it's very good at killing, but no one else has to make a conditioning test. No one else touched it. No one else has breathed in those spores. But you quickly move on to the next chamber. You're a little bit more cautious of the walls now. You descend deeper into what looks to be more a crypt. There are niches in the walls where corpses can be laid. Now, there's these corpses, whatever bones are left, are probably not recognizable as bones, because the bodies here are very, very highly advanced decay. They're dust piles at this point. But the niches are much longer than you guys are. These are individuals who are probably close to about 7.5 feet tall that are in here. Giants of men, quite literally. They are buried with their implements of war and their metal, and their implements are, as would be to their size, much larger than yours. the metals of these individuals are almost like the size of like like a dinner platter. It would cover you from your chin to your waist if you were to loot one. But of your tribe, of your species, you may wish not to incur the wrath of the ancestor spirits herein. It's up to the individual's opinion if they believe in such superstitions.
Between that, not wanting to disturb the slumber of a respected warrior.
Ahsoka does not want those warriors to haunt his dreams, so he won't touch them.
These are not the kinds of treasures that Sarkun is looking for.
Tehran doesn't loot them simply because they're too goddamn unwieldy and heavy.
A dagger, a simple dagger on one of these fine ancient gentlemen could in fact replace your long knife, and that's about it. That's like size wise, that's about all you can make use of.
Yeah. Like Tehran actually thought about it for a second, like, oh no, they're way too heavy. No.
There is an individual here whose skull is immense, but his jawbone is wrong. It's almost like his upper and lower jawbones are parted. Like they're more like mandibles than a proper jaw would be. What form of monster comes into your minds is up to you, but he is, or she, relative to its trappings and the niche, is 9 feet tall. A giant amongst these giants. He's buried with 4 swords, and again 4 more long knives, and the most beautiful long rifle you have ever seen.
Tempting.
Boy,
Everyone
that's
pauses
definitely
about that
scary.
one.
But no, they to disturb that would bring upon bad luck, and I don't want that haunting my dreams. That's Selka actually speaks that out loud.
Oh, that actually comes out in the outside voice. All right. Beautiful.
These are the spider people then.
Mm-hmm. Arachnid in appearance, but giants of humanoids. In the chamber beyond, a particularly alien sight comes to you. It is a long, think an octagon shape, but a long and elongated ovular octagon shaped room. There are niches and statues in each of the corners, perhaps dedicated to a hero of these people back in history. But in the center is one long sarcophagus. Sticks out to you. There is a skylight that actually comes down, a ray of silver light that actually comes down and illuminates the sarcophagus. Beyond this sarcophagus is a shrine on a dais. Now, this shrine, upon the shrine, is a rifle. Unlike any rifle that you've ever seen, you guys all have breech loaders. Or possibly some more less fortunate tribe of your species probably has something more akin to the musket. This, to put it into probably Earth perspective, this particular rifle is, looks very similar to an M1 Garand. If after shaped that way, but after an odd fashion, On one side of it, say if you were to actually pick it up, on the left-hand side, that looks to be like a cylinder that's about a foot long. Looks like an air compressor of some kind. And on the other hand, there looks to be a kind of a bolt action sort of device that loads a new bullet into possibly the chamber. It doesn't break in half like most breech loaders would, but this shrine, I was like, picks it up. It's actually on two stone stands. It's actually at a diagonal angle. You guys have not stepped into this room, but this is the scene that you see. How do you wish to proceed?
Selka points. He says, Sarkoon, that one's not in the hands of one of the dead. If we take it, will we got them?
No, I don't think that would be a problem.
Selka grins.
It's among no one's particular items.
That's true.
That we are aware of.
Yeah.
Selka will
Sorry.
stride into the room.
All right.
Selka's going to stride into the room. Sort of looking around at this point.
And I'm curious about the sarcophagus. I'm looking for markings or anything that would indicate who or what station the person that's in it.
The plaque, the hieroglyphs read as a Tar Majak, Jedak of Jedaks of the Arachnid peoples.
And I'll be Dotar will be taking a look at the statues lining the room.
Dotar, you it seems like this Majak individual, Tal Majak, was a high king, and these statues are his Jeds, his lesser chieftains, his personal staff, also great heroes in their own right.
Okay, then.
Who has strided into the room yet?
Sarkoon is in.
Okay. Who is first?
That was probably
Selka.
Yeah, I just walked into the room looking around. I didn't see any enemies, so
okay.
Yeah, and then Dotar would have been behind when and then kind of broke off to look at the statues.
Okay. Where is Tehran?
Where is Tehran?
Wouldn't you like to know?
That room is closed off as far as he could see, correct?
As far as you're aware, this is a dead end.
Okay. Tehran would not have walked into the room. Tehran is actually keeping head on a swivel and is essentially playing door guard.
Okay.
If something happens, he can quickly turn into the doorway and shoot at whatever's causing the issue. But for now, he is outside that room.
Okay. Long rifle in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where is Sarkoon going?
Well, Sarkoon was looking around the sarcophagus, so he's kind of right in the middle of the room.
Okay. Basically, the hieroglyphs here basically tell the story of this guy's exploits from being a warlord, and in the perspective of the Arachnid barbarian culture, he's a great king. He's a fantastic king, but you guys know him and in legend and this culture as the most evil bastards you've ever come to know of in this world. The Arachnid barbarians have a tendency to raid your villages and kidnap your beautiful young women, and they're never seen from again.
So culturally, how would we be with, raiding the dead of this group?
Depending on how superstitious you are about the spirits coming after you, you desecrate the shit out of this place.
Okay.
Get them!
All right.
Get them! Get them! Get them! Get them!
Okay. I just needed a cultural perspective there.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. To hell with these guys.
Okay. Gotar,
To make it
help me with the lid of this.
Nice.
What?
To make it a little bit more personal for Dotar, I'll say your second cousin. She's a beautiful young woman who was actually captured by a tribe of these individuals 3 summers ago.
Oh, well, fuck it then. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
To hell with these assholes.
Mm-hmm. The two of you make me a physique test, or actually somebody make a physique test, and whoever's assisting him give him a +2. Is basically what this will.
So you probably got me on physique because you're a warrior. So
All right.
If Sarkoon is assisting him, then yeah, give him a +2 bonus.
10.
Oh yeah. The stone slab slides, but it doesn't come off. But a of dust and spore comes out of the crack.
Once Selka sees what they're doing, he's going to actually walk over there and push as well.
You can give him another +2.
So that'd be a 12, right? Or you want to do it again?
Oh,
Roll
Selka's
again.
going to do it. Yeah, I can roll physique.
Okay, I'll do it. You want a picture?
Nah. Did you crit?
Okay. Yeah.
The thing
So
is,
it's like
Oh!
he walks over. These guys are pushing it. Just picks it up and sits in the corner, right in front of Turan because he can't see Turan.
There you
go. Leads up against Turan. Here.
oh, what you see here is a
Oh, we loosened it for you.
right.
Okay.
purple seal.
A well-preserved, actually very well preserved, very well embalmed mummy of a female of this species. And she, well, if you were into that sort of thing, she could possibly have been quite beautiful. But no, she absolutely the blackest of hearts. No, she's horrible. How do you it's you, the floor is yours, guys. You see her all there in her dead glory.
Okay. So Selka will look over Sarkoon and says, "So if we take their things, they're not going to follow us. Their spirits will not follow us."
We
Or
must
can you make
destroy their. Yeah. If we destroy their bodies, their spirits are trapped there.
Ah. Okay. He basically grabs his cutlass and just punches the skull.
Nice.
Like that?
Yeah, the thing crumbles. Oh yeah.
Like that.
There you go. Behind Sarkoon, seemingly coming from the shrine, is a whisper, uttering the words, "Come with me."
Turan?
Turns his head around, looking back towards the shrine.
Not now, Turan. Stop fucking with us.
Right?
Right.
Quit being a bastard, man.
Yeah, he does glance back at the doorway.
It is distinctly not Tehran's voice.
All right. And I looked at the others. Did they seem to have heard anything?
Everyone else make me awareness tests.
That's it. I'm playing an assassin from now on just to fuck with people. I don't care. I don't care.
Got a 10 over here.
Oh yeah, no, we need a minimum of a 12.
Okay, so Selka just keep destroying the body.
Okay.
Do you want me to make one too, even though I'm outside the room, or no?
You are everybody, aren't you?
Well, I didn't know if you meant everyone in the room. Okay.
You're at the door. You're in the room. You're fine.
Okay.
I am just way too enthralled by the fact that this one is still juicy.
Thank you. Yep. There you go.
20.
Sakun says, "Wait here a moment," and he goes towards the shrine.
This rasping whisper, seemingly from a shadow, says, "I shall be the iron harvest, and you shall be my terrestrial hands." You get close. Actually, how close do you get to the rifle? Let me ask you this.
I mean,
Do you walk up the dais to it?
Yeah, he'll continue to approach. He's looking to try and determine where this voice is coming from, but he is he is unafraid of magical things, so
Okay.
he will approach.
The voice continues. "I shall be the wanton poet, and thou shalt be my bloodied quill. Come to me."
Does it seem to be coming from, like, right where the rifle is?
Somewhere beyond it.
Okay. Well, I go up to it and am trying to find the source.
You see an 8-foot-tall apparition of this species of arachnid kind of like step out from the shadows, just beyond the light. You see an individual there, but you see through them. In fact
Gotcha.
a spirit, and the spirit continues. "I shall give you victory everlasting, and you shall be my destruction, and I will give you magnificent glory."
So
And
now everyone can see this, just to make sure.
It's not being quiet. We see an apparition actually point to the rifle in front of Sarkun.
As soon as this thing appears, Selka screams like a small child.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, and Dotar
Which,
loses
of course,
that calm
makes the room come
composure.
into the room.
Sarkun, the floor is yours.
Dotar
So he's
pulls
pointing
his
at the rifle.
Yep.
Dotar starts kind of uttering prayers.
And what am I to you, spirit? What about my own goals and wishes?
You are my bloodied quill. He just sort of nods to the weapon in front of the impressive, horrible implement of destruction and war. You will see now, as you're actually standing in front of it, the thing is engraved with hieroglyphs. The buttstock, on the underside of the buttstock, it actually has teeth. Like if you were to rifle stroke somebody, it's like the rifle itself would bite down on the victim. If you steal a moment to actually read the inscription, the weapon itself is called the Jabberwocky.
Okay.
And on the plaque, actually not on the plaque, beneath it and near to, I suppose, where you'd rest your cheekbone, it actually says, "The bullet casings went snicker snack across the floor."
Oh, some mystical weapon and whatnot. And nobody's stopping him.
The entity wants you to pick the thing up.
So
Right.
after Selka would have screamed, Turan would have walked in, saw Selka screaming. Do we know Selka's perchance to scream over superstitial stuff?
I
Or is
would.
this kind of a new development?
I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah,
a
he's-
very superstitious man.
He was
Okay.
that kid when they told the ghost stories around the campfire. Was the one who always jumped when someone did the jump scare thing. So yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That's where
he's putting
Freddy
he's
got all
trying to
practice.
put the body back together right now.
Oh.
He's just like
Yeah,
fumbling
so-
with the skull. Oh god.
So Turan would have seen the spirit, kind of shrugged, and then walked up to the dais next to Sarkun.
Okay.
And, like I
And
said,
then we'll literally look right
Dotar's
at
just
him.
kind of stuck in place, uttering prayers.
And then we'll look right because Turan heard all of that because of his awareness, and he's gonna look right at Sarkun and be like, "If you don't take it, I'm going to."
You will be the bloody quill.
You already have an heirloom. I don't have anything.
Yeah, I'm like, that is fair, and it is more in keeping with your path than mine. And
I
so
mean,
Tarkun takes a step back.
Okay.
my path is bloody already. So
Well, and that's why he's like, that is your path. That is, who and what you are.
Okay. All right, Tehran. What
Now, what does the spirit seem to think about this?
He just
Spirit just
wants
wants someone to pick up the
somebody.
damn rifle.
Yeah, he's very patient, and it is a male of their species. He doesn't seem to care who. The Jedek of the game would have had a preference, but I'm not here. I am. I was like, damn it! I wanted the wizard. Okay, all right, we can rock and roll with this. Let's do this.
Yeah. So, Tehran, you picking it up?
Yeah, Tehran will shoulder his current long rifle, and he will almost, in that rare case you actually see him do something with reverence, he will pick up that weapon with both hands.
Okay. As soon as you touch it, now remind me, I don't think I gave Tehran grades in meditation.
No.
We did.
I have danger sense, but no meditation.
No, this is meditation. You take a 0. The
Yep.
apparition possesses you through the weapon.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we see, and Sarkun actually sees this in HD because he's a mentalist, is the apparition disappears, and as soon as you actually go to like pick it up, it's almost like the apparition itself like puts Tehran on like he's a coat, like he actually steps in and like takes him, and you see kind of he has a kind of an apparition's kind of a silhouette, like the apparition knows what to do, how to handle the weapon, and it's driving Tehran. You actually see him actually rack a bullet into the chamber, and you see, actually you don't see anything. You hear kind of like air being sucked out of something and a click, and he fires off 3 rounds. Bang, 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 bang. Rapid succession into the wall as the dead rise. I need reaction tests from everybody.
Oh.
Celta screams again.
Put your scores in the chat.
So I am assuming at this point I am effectively NPC'd.
Yeah, actually, at this
Okay.
point, you can.
That's actually fine because I need it to get off here in a couple minutes anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And it's after 10:30.
If you actually want to dip out now, I will. You can obviously watch the end of the session later, and I'll give you a recap. All right. Thanks for showing up, man. I'll
Yeah.
see you. I'll
By the
talk
way,
to you.
Sarkoon, you
Thank
said that
you.
in a private message to me. So you might want to do that in public.
You what? I'm sorry?
You sent your score in private to me
Oh,
because I had
I'm
messaged
sorry.
you in private. So you need to send it again as public.
Gotcha.
I made a joke of being the sacrifice. Oh God, an assassin who got a freaking possessed. That's always fun. Have fun, guys.
Yeah, that ought to be quick.
Oh,
All right, guys. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
meeting you. I'll
Nice
see you
meeting
guys
you.
next week.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, man.
Okay.
And Dotar got an 8. You guys did not score over 10.
No, we did not.
all 4 of you. And
We're all just too stunned by it.
Son of a bitch, Tehran goes last with a 3.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
And how about the dead? You know what? The dead.
The dead are very, very agile, I'm sure.
Actually, no one scored above a 10. The dead
wow.
was 6. You guys got it's 99863 down the line.
Is the one that Selka was trying to put back together get up?
So Sarkoon, it's up to you how your character actually processes this thing in your mind. You have heard of ancestor spirits doing horrible things, but being possessed is something alien and terrifying. And the dead cannot. They know that in your mind they can't come back.
Okay.
There's some evil there.
Okay. Well, now I know what it was that was upsetting me earlier. What was wrong here?
Oh yeah.
He instantly realizes the error of what we have done, and he also realizes who is holding that rifle right now and how quickly he fired. And that can't be allowed to continue. So he takes a step back and attempts to blind Tehran.
Awesome. Make me your spell test there. Awesome.
Okay, that's explodes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. $18.
18. And we are actually no longer fighting Tehran at this point.
I understand. Yeah.
And the mastermind actually who built that rifle has a meditation of +10.
Wow.
He blows that score out of the light. So what happens is you send that prismatic light and he basically just takes it, and it hits him and then like disperses against him like the tide coming off of a ship.
Oh, great sinking sensation fills Sarkoon.
Selka is the next to act.
Selka is he's confused at this point. He just saw Sarkoon basically. He didn't see the HD version of what happened. He just saw, his assassin pick up the rifle, and then suddenly Sarkoon blasted with light, and he's confused at this point. So I'm going to have him make a check real quick,
Awesome.
a cunning check with his wonderful score of 4. So, all right, he has a total of 5
Oh
on his
god.
cunning check. He doesn't know what's going on.
Then
So
make a defense test because he's
Okay.
going to be assailed by the dead.
That's fine. Yeah, he'll do a defense test then to protect himself from the dead if possible. That's a 15.
15 here. Okay, here I need you to make an armor test here quick.
Armor test?
He might be
9.
9. You will take 2 points of vitality damage.
All right.
Factor your suppress in there.
Okay.
Dotar is the next to act in these stressful moments.
Well, you said the dead are rising around us.
In the niches, some horrible, weird science is reanimating these corpses, and they kind of like roll out and then stand from their niches. Like some of them are like more zombified than others, and some strangely look more living.
Okay. Well, he may not understand what's going on with our assassin friend, but he knows that the dead need to lay back down.
Yes.
So he is going to charge up and engage one of them.
Get him. Make an attack roll.
13.
Son of a bitch. Okay, cool. I'm rolling like garbage tonight. You roll damage.
So that's just a D8 plus 8.
Yes, D8 plus your physique modifier.
That is a total of 8.
Total of what? Sorry, you were soft.
8.
8. You can, in fact, dispatch. Actually, no. You will actually lay waste to that particular animated corpse. Describe for us how you do so.
Right, so, almost like you would see in one of the Mummy movies, as soon as I cut the thing's head off, it kind of crumbles into dust.
Beautifully done. The dead, of which there are now 8. There were 9 previously. One is going to shamble forward and with a bejeweled cutlass attempt to take a swing at Sarkoon. Probably intent to split him in half from his left shoulder to his right hip for a 9 on the die.
I've got a defense roll of 16.
Awesome. Describe for us how you get the hell out of the way.
So the blow comes down, and instinctively he moves a hand up, but he actually has the rifle in his hand and manages to slap the attack away.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, Tehran, or the Tehran that is possessed by the mastermind, turns with the alacrity of a marksman and an expert, brings the rifle to bear, kneels, and fires a barrage of scathing bolts down the hallway, actually coming into this tomb, and he destroys 6 of the living tomb guards that were coming into this place with just these continuous ringing shots echoing in your ear. The air compressor sucking in air in kind of like a typewriter's rapidity fashion and sending bullets at a speed that should not be in your minds.
So he's shooting the dead? Is that?
It would seem, as well as the living guards that are trying to stream into this tomb to assail you.
Okay.
Okay, there's some
So
living
he's
guards as
on
well.
our side, kind of?
When did you learn to do that, Tehran?
We hope. The thing does not answer you. But
Okay.
we do see that Tehran's eyes glow with an unnatural presence. There is the tribe of the deep, which are these living tomb guards, attempting to stream in. One of these living individuals of this arachnid tribe, as Dotar is closest to the door, he's going to attempt to slay Dotar with a 16 on the die. We hope not.
So roll a defense.
Defense. Get out of the way.
17.
Fantastic. You can describe for us how you barely get out of the way.
All right, so in trained fashion, as soon as I finish dispatching the undead that I did, I continue in a sort of spinning, constant flurry of movements, managing to smack any incoming attacks away as I do so. Granted, I was not perhaps expecting to be facing one of these things as much as another undead, but hey, there it goes.
Your new combatant towers over you at 7.5 feet tall. Back to the top. Sarkoon is the next to act.
Okay. So Tehran is not attacking us.
He is not.
Okay. So did Dotar take down that opponent? The tomb guard?
No. He slapped his attack away. He is still in mortal combat with him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a shot at the next. Well, actually, I've got an undead right on me, don't I?
Yep. He's
Okay.
He is right in front of you.
All right. I'm going to have to. I pull the cutlass and swing for a whopping 14.
Yeah, your combatant actually got a 7, so you're gonna actually dispatch on him twice
Okay.
there.
So 9 points is my base.
Fantastic. Yes. You slay this one. You may describe how you wish to do so.
Again, he's fond of the draw and strike maneuver. In this case, since he had tried to split him from shoulder to hip, Sarkoon returns the favor, splitting him from hip to shoulder.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. We come back to Selka.
Selka, having been stricken out of his indecision by being attacked, is going to retaliate with whatever attacked him, which I believe is one of the undead.
Yes, one of the undead.
So that is going to be it's going to be 15.
Excellent. God damn it. Yeah, that's a 3.
Okay. So that's a couple of dispatches, right?
That is 4 dispatch. I'm telling you, I'm rolling like garbage.
23?
That's 23 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And explode.
Holy crap.
He's done.
Yeah, that
and a
explodes,
half.
yeah. So this was very much this thing comes up, it's undead, it touches him, He screams, rears back, and punches the basket of the hilt of his cutlass, and
Nice.
just drives straight through this thing, slamming it up against the back wall, and it just puffs into dust.
Awesome. Dotar, you have a living tomb guard. They are not honorable. They are not duelists. They are here to murder you. There is no panache involved. Please defend yourself.
19.
Yes.
Nice.
Ah, damn it. He's got a 9. So, damn it. Here we go. Yeah, let's dispatch 3. Roll damage.
That is 6.
6 total?
Yep.
Okay. You can describe for us how you slice this poor devil open, but he has not been taken out of the fight just yet. They're pretty hardy individuals.
All right. So after a few moments of figuring out how they are attacking, as a good swordsman would do, instead of just rushing in like this thing is doing, I managed to follow up with a series of counterattacks and land a few cutting blows on it.
Beautifully done. Now the dead have been dispatched. We go to Tehran, or the thing that is now Tehran.
The artist formerly known
as Tehran. Yes. This entity finally utters one single rasped word: run. As more scathing fire is belched from this semi-automatic gas-powered rifle. 3 more of these tomb guards go down with this raking fire. Unfortunately for Dotar, these bullets whiz by you in a fashion you're probably not comfortable with at all. We will go back to Sarkun actually stepped away. Selka, what do you wish to do here?
Well, here's Sarkun here real quick.
Oh, Sarkun. Sarkun, you are the next to act here.
Okay, so we're continuing to get assistance from
the entity.
So I have a rifle in hand. Well, let's see. No, I probably had to drop the rifle. So I'll go ahead and move up and attack the next target, be it
Okay.
Temple Guard or...
there is Temple Guard nearby, yes.
There's a Temple Guard nearby.
They're attempting to swarm Dotar, and you can engage one of them.
They look pretty tough, yeah?
Yeah, they tower over you at about 7.5 feet tall.
Well, in that case, I'm going to pull the Marsh Sweeper.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, okay.
And level it at one of the guards.
Do you keep that thing loaded?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I need it, I need it. So, you know.
All right.
So.
Oh, man, this is going to be bad.
That's a 19.
Yeah. He got an 8, so you're going to dispatch him 4 times. Damage for that thing is 3d8. Keep in mind, 8s do in fact explode. We might be here for a while.
Okay, so that's 6, and I did have an explode. 14 and 5 is 19 plus the
dispatch 4. It's 23 points of damage, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, this thing is going to rock the tomb as it lights up, probably like daylight for a few moments. As poor Dotar is spattered with blue blood.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
And more shots flying past me.
His head is gone. There is a crater where his probably his collarbone should be. It's just taken his head clean the hell off. Selka is the next to act.
Sorry. So the thing that has taken over our companion said run.
Yes.
Where do I run to? Do I charge down the hall? Is there an opening somewhere else to run to?
Well, there is
Did
the
you look around?
skylight.
Okay. How high is it?
If you stood on the shrine, you could probably jump, grab the ledge, and then crawl through.
Okay. With him not here, I'm not going to say this. So what he's going to do is, okay, we have a cushion of distance right now, but Dotar is being attacked.
Yes.
All right. So he
One
is
of
going.
the guys that was attempting to swarm him is gone. He still has one combatant.
Okay. Then he's going to step up next to Dotar and engage one of the ones next to him.
Okay. Perfect.
So
The
it's
bloody
going to be
griddle.
a 15.
Okay. God, why? Keith, I need new dice.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You're perfect.
12 on his defense. No, Paul.
Okay,
When we were running Savage Worlds,
Mhm.
or Savage Mars, my character, I was rolling and I was on fire for that whole campaign. Ever since then, my dice have hated me.
Okay,
That's
so-
why I keep. That's the inside joke.
So
Continue.
roll
I'm sorry.
the damage on the thing on the attack here real quick.
You're gonna murder him.
It's
All
gonna
right.
be 9. 9.
Yeah. Is hang on. That is the one that has already taken damage from Dotar's previous attack. So you
Okay.
describe for us how you take him out of the fight.
All right.
He's down.
So he had after Dotar had attacked him and he was focusing on him, Sulka basically lunges forward and takes him into the side and slams his blade tip first between some ribs, basically running the blade all the way through the body and then
The
ripping
hilt?
it back, viciously back out, opening his side up, of course, but also puncturing both lungs.
Beautiful. Yeah, he goes down gurgling and mostly glaring at Dotar. He does not have enough time to actually look around and see Selka behind him.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Dotar is the next to act. There are 2 other unliving combatants, but they're not pressuring you. But all of the tomb guards in this specific scene have been dealt with. However, I'm not going to make y'all roll for it, but your danger sense is telling you that there will be more coming and you do not want to be here.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
And Eric, with you, when you stepped away, the entity that is controlling Tehran actually rasped a single word that was run.
Okay.
So whatever this thing is helping you.
Okay. Well, then we run.
Beautiful. Now, I've described previously that there is this tomb is kind of a dead end, and you could use the skylight actually as an escape. If you actually stood on the shrine itself, jumped up from there, you could grab the ledge and crawl through. out into the sunlight beyond. The floor is yours, gentlemen, to see how you proceed.
Yeah, if it looks like the skylight's the only way out of here without going back through the rest of the tomb, that's probably our best point of egress. So,
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Athletics tests for the jump.
Okay. Selka is actually going to grab Sarkun first and lift him up, if possible, to the
Nice.
hole. So I'll do the athletics test for that.
Nice. He's going to be pretty light in comparison to you. So
Yeah.
17.
Oh
So-
yeah, no, you
Okay.
can probably just throw him up there.
Yeah, that's what he'll do.
Grab the ledge, damn it.
Yeah, he'll like.
All right, so I get up there.
Okay.
A short crawl out the hall, actually out of that skylight, and Sarkun is out into the daylight. Who is next up?
Dotar's
So
next.
I'm going to be
in
helping
practice,
anybody else that's coming up.
and
Okay.
I reckon in some sort of probably practiced form, I will kind of take like a running start, and he'll give me like a boost to launch me.
And if Sarkun is actually like, if you're hanging over the edge with an arm,
Yeah,
ready for
essentially,
you, then yeah,
doesn't quite make it. I can grab his harness.
It's a
You'll get a-
21.
you'll get a +4 bonus to that aid another there, Dotar, for your athletics.
Yes, that's 21. So with my base roll. So so plus that bonus, a lot.
You are up into the skylight there.
Okay.
Tehran,
Come on,
however,
Selka, come on.
now
One more. I'll turn to Tehran. Come on.
the thing stops and just stares at you.
He looks and says, I'm not leaving you behind, Tehran.
Tehran is not here.
Of course you are. You're right here in front of me. Come on. He reaches over and goes to grab Tehran.
Selka, come on.
Make a defense test.
Okay.
You're about to get rifle stroked with those teeth.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
Ooh. Oh, you're gonna catch some teeth. Armor test.
Loosen teeth.
Armor test, please.
5.
5. Oh my God. God damn it. Oh fuck. Those of you who are up in the skylight above actually see the entity that is Tehran rifle stroke Selka for 10 points of vitality damage.
Oh.
What the hell are you doing, Tehran?
That's after the armor test?
Yeah, that's after
That's
it.
after. Okay. Yeah, that'll stagger him. So he'll probably be bleeding from
There-
that blow. He'll stagger back.
Tehran is a lot smaller than you. He
Yeah.
should not be punching this high above his weight. There's something else in him that hits way harder than the small
Yeah.
assassin that you know.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll look at him wide-eyed, and he'll sort of shake his head. And
Selka, come
say,
on.
Fine then. And he goes over and starts to clamber out. Let's see, athletics.
Now he'll have two people reaching down to
That's
grab
going to be
him.
a 17 to get out.
All right. Once Selka actually leaves, if there's anybody who's actually staying there to watch Tehran stand in the tomb, I'll pause here to let anyone actually want to see this scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're like, I'm calling to him.
Yeah. Come on, Tehran.
He very calmly, very regally, very gracefully walks up the dais, sets the rifle back down onto the stand, and he's himself again. And like, the hell's going on? Why are you up there?
Come on.
He's just, oh shit, he gets up there and just jumps, just hands coming down for him.
Yeah. Suckle will pull him up, but as soon as he gets up and is free, he looks around to make sure there's nothing else danger. He's gonna punch the hell out
of him. So you guys will actually escape the tomb, and out into the sunlight. You see that southern coastline, and Nathula have actually moved on, and they've set down in the shallows, kind of setting up some village over there. And you guys have escaped to safety.
Yeah, we beat feet back to the skiff, and do what we
Yeah.
can to stop Selka from bleeding out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He probably has a couple of busted ribs at this point. I'm down to 6 vitality.
Ooh.
So.
That's
Yeah.
moderate bleeding at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs
He's
apothecary.
Yeah.
With that, you escape successfully, loot in tow, being successfully letting blood against the enemy.
Breathing heavily because of that craziness at the end.
Right. With that, we will close the session out. Congratulations, everybody! You have survived.
Very good.
Not unscathed.
Dotar now has a surname.
Fantastic.
Right?
Dotar Shoro.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
With that, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We will be back next week.
Good
Be
night.
there or be square.